Hi, this is your host Jay Arthur, and in this video, I'm going to talk about top list of superfoods. So get excited. This is a very powerful video, so just pay attention to some of the information which I'm going to share over here because not many people know about the top 100 superfoods, and I'm going to share all that information with you over here. But before I do that, just make sure this is a standard disclaimer, which I'm sure by this time you're already aware of it. Now, this is the biggest problem I've seen in the industry that each expert has his or her own top list of superfoods. So, as a reader or as a follower, it's pretty conflicting which expert to follow. So, I always had this challenge when some customers were asking that what are the top 20, what are the top 25, or what are the top 50 superfoods they should be paying attention to. So because of that reason, we came up with this suggestion. So our suggestion is to incorporate as many superfoods as you can into your daily diet rather than focusing on top 5 or top 10 superfoods. And we basically believe more in following a system rather than following just as an expert, because it's good to follow the experts, but at the end, following the system makes you much more empowered. And that's the reason why we are sharing an authoritative system to check which superfoods are effective or not. Now, this system is called Superfoods Classification System, and this was developed by National Institute of Health in USA, and they basically developed a measuring unit. Like you have 1 liter of water, 1 pound of this food. Similar to that, they came up with a measuring unit called ORAC, which basically measures the antioxidant value in any food. Now, what is ORAC? ORAC is oxygen radical absorbance capacity. Oh my god, it's mouthful. But anyway, keeping it short, ORAC or ORAC value is a scoring method to measure antioxidant capacity of different foods. So higher the ORAC value of any food means more the power of slowing down the aging process. That means it provides more power to our body to fight or prevent lifestyle diseases. I think that's a very powerful system. Higher the ORAC, more the power. Simple to remember, easy to follow, and that's what I'm going to follow with you here for different foods. Get excited. This is really important information. So here is a chart for 1 to 20 based on ORAC values. Remember that. And you can use all of this information to design your diet, to design your menu. And you can see here, these are the spices and herbs at the top. All of these are, spices and herbs. So here, this is ground cloves, cinnamon, oregano, turmeric, acai berry. Now the fruit comes. These are the dried fruits. Cocoa powder, cumin seeds, maki berry, parsley, basil. This is chocolate, baking chocolate, curry powder, and maki berry juice. All of that is coming over here. So these are 1 to 20 based on ORAC value. Now, this is 21 to 40. Again, based on everything here is based on ORAC value. So here you can see here mustard seeds, ginger, pepper, thyme, goji berries, rice bran, chili powder, chocolate dark, chocolate semi-sweet, pecans, paprika, ginger root, so many foods you can see over here, which again these are the values which represents what's the ORAC value, and based on that this has been classified. So now let's look at 41 to 60. This is the 41 to 60. Here comes the peppermint, the oregano, the walnuts, the hazelnuts, cranberries. You can see black beans, pistachio, plums and lentils, garlic powder, apples here. So you can see here most of those important foods which you might be already taking, many of those foods, because we all do take. It's just now with this knowledge you can empower yourself and you can take a much more balanced diet than simply just taking any food. That's the intent of sharing all of this information over here. So let's look at the next list here. This is 61 to 80, and here you can see blueberries, prunes, and lemon, and soya beans, onion powder, blackberries, garlic raw, cilantro, and the list goes on and on and on. And the last one over here is dates. Now let's look at the final one, which is 81 to 100. So this is red wine, strawberries, peanut butter, figs, broccoli, apples, uh, pears, guava, and grape juice over here. Now, some people say this is great, good information, and it visually gives me so much of good information, but I'm more familiar with the table where it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we basically listen to those folks, and we have also provided here a list in the form of a table. So this is the list for 1 to 20, and you can easily follow this list and you can see the ORAC values over here. So remember, higher the ORAC value means it does have more antioxidant power. So that's the reason, if you love cinnamon, use it, uh, use it often. If you look at in some specifically, I can say some cultures, it's pretty common to use turmeric in every single dish they make. If you love taking you know the dried maybe fruits, acai berry you can take here. It gives you so much of ORAC. Uh, so that's how you can design your own menu, your own diet, so that you're getting enough every day, throughout the day, and it's more consistent after that. That's what it makes a difference. It doesn't make any difference if you just take for 1 or 2 days and then stop taking it, and because that's not the way you would get much benefits. The real benefits you'll get when you keep it regularly as part of your routine. Make it a habit. Here is a list for 21 to 40, the same list just in the table form. 41 to 60 again, and 61 to 80, and the last but not the least is up to 100. So you got the list now. There's no excuse for you not to use this information, because it doesn't you don't have to even pay any money to any experts, because some of this information, if you go to dietitian, they might charge big money for this. Some people charge $100, some people charge $500 and more, because there are some people who would say, you know what, this is phenomenal knowledge, I want to charge $1,000 for each, by the time I design a menu for you. So don't use your money to get that kind of information. That's the reason why we are so passionate about giving the right information about this kind of educational tips for the benefit of everybody. And that's the reason why we kept this particular membership free, because we want you to benefit. But there's one reminder I want to say: don't overdo anything. Any access of any specific food can be a challenge. So you need to keep a good balance. Normal food, superfoods, everything should be tied together so that you have a great good variety of foods. But just remember, higher the ORAC means more the power. Uh, and that should help you in deciding what superfoods you want to take at the breakfast time, what superfoods you want to take at the lunch time, what superfoods you want to take at the dinner time. With that, I want to say thank you very much for watching this video. This is your host signing off, J Author. Bye bye.